and welcome back to the first proper 2019 sit down chatty video. I just thought I would upload something this week just to sort of say hi and happy new year, and maybe just give kind of a little bit of a life update so you can know everything that's happening in my life at the moment, and then what's coming up in the next couple of months. I'm just sitting here with the door open on the floor because it is so hot today. It's so hot. So if you can hear any outside noises, there's a plane going over us at the moment. I apologize, that's why, but I need this door open right now. So how have you guys been? It's been a while since I uploaded a proper video. I kind of just had a really crazy December with my kind of brand sponsorship sort of work over on Instagram. So I didn't really have time to continue doing YouTube. As you can imagine, the lead up to Christmas was crazy. Marketing is very like intense, so you can imagine social media marketing world was very busy, but yeah, we had a super busy December. It's always busy because it's my birthday, so I turned 23 on the 19th of December. It was Christmas, and then Liam and I went to LA. So if you haven't watched the LA vlog, I just uploaded that a couple of days ago, so I'll leave a link down below. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It was such a fun trip. I focused a lot less on creating content. I kind of just had a proper holiday, which was really fun, and it was just a very adventurous holiday. We hired a Jeep and just drove around Southern California, visited like Newport Beach. We were in Anaheim for Disneyland, we were out in Palm Springs, hung out around LA. It was just really fun. It was so cold though, they had a cold snap. We did not anticipate it to be that cold. I was so surprised. We literally got off the plane and walked outside, you know, when you're coming out of arrivals, and it was freezing, and Liam and I just looked at each other like, we did not pack for this. I've been looking at the temperatures the week before and it was fine. It was all like 20 to 25 degrees still. So we basically arrived into LA and they just had a cold snap for like the entire time we were there. It warmed up a little bit towards the end of the trip while we were at Disneyland. But yeah, I kind of ended up wearing the same clothes every day because it was so cold, and we both packed like two pair of jeans and one jumper and one cardigan. Neither of us even brought a jacket. But it was a great trip. We had our 2-year anniversary, which was also really nice. And then came home to this crazy heat. It's literally been like nearly 30 degrees every single day. It's beautiful, I'm loving it. I'm loving all the beach days. And don't get me wrong, I love winter fashion, but I just love not having to wear shoes and socks. Just being barefoot and wearing singlets and shorts. It is just so refreshing and nice. So I'm very happy to be home and back in the summer times. This is gonna be my 2nd year working full-time as a blogger, which is crazy, and I never thought even a year ago that I would be here. I honestly didn't expect it, so it's super exciting. I have lots of plans for this year. One of my biggest goals is to be much more consistent with my content, so I feel like I'm very consistent with like Instagram posts, Instagram stories. I kind of fell out of love with blogging halfway through last year, and recently I've kind of fallen back in love with it and been really inspired and excited to create blog post content. So I'm going to be getting 1 blog post a week up on my blog, and then 1 to 2 videos on YouTube every week. So it'll always be kind of like a sit down sort of informative style video, and then either a vlog or another one of those, or kind of like a little bit of a mixture, more of a casual sort of style. Normally I do a sit down video on my big DSLR camera, but I'm just doing it on my vlogging camera today just because it's a lot more chill, not as much of a setup process, and it feels more like I'm actually talking to you guys. So yeah, that's the goal with my consistent content uploading this year. If you have any requests for different types of content, whether it's YouTube videos, blog posts, or even the way I do things on Instagram, like recently I put out an Instagram story asking for feedback and what you like and what you don't like about kind of the influencer world. More specifically those who are living in New Zealand, because our influencer space is very small. A lot is very repetitive. So yeah, I just want to know how to do things different to keep things feeling really fresh and interesting for you guys. I mean, my sole purpose as a blogger is to be here and to be testing new products, giving you honest reviews, inspiring you to travel or to, you know, style inspiration, to dress in a certain way, to create conversations about the shit that matters. And I do a lot of that over on my blog. But basically, I just want to continue creating this space with you guys and talking about things that you care about. So if there's anything that comes to mind, or a style or a type of video you want me to continue doing, then do let me know. Either leave me a comment or DM me on Instagram. I would really appreciate it because it makes my job a lot easier trying to figure out what you kind of want from me. A lot of you said you're loving the travel content, which is a very good thing because there is lots of travel coming out. So that was also something I wanted to fill you in on, because next month I am going to Hawaii. I'm so excited. I've never been to Hawaii before. It's kind of a long story, so basically it's a really cute story actually. So my uncle, who is my dad's younger brother, he and I are really close. I'm actually really close with both of my dad's brothers. My dad is one of 3 brothers, and the other 2 I'm also really close with. I'm also really close with my dad. I love all 3 of them. All 3 of them are men that are really, really important in my life, and I love all of them to bits. But the youngest one actually lives in London, so I've been over to London a couple of times in the last few years, and stayed there for a few weeks at a time and stay with my uncle who lives there. So we've spent a lot of time together overseas, and both of us share a massive passion for travel, and he comes home from London every single year in Feb. This year, well actually a few months ago, he messaged me and he was like, oh, I'm coming home again in Feb as always, do you mind if you give me your passport details? And I was like, why? What are you planning? And he wouldn't tell me for months and months and months, and then he kind of had to spill the beans because he messaged me the other day and he was like, you kind of need to renew your ESTA visa, and basically kind of needed to tell me things so that I could pack correctly. So he was like, it's gonna be hot, you need hiking boots, and we're gonna be swimming lots, and you need an ESTA visa. So obviously it was gonna be somewhere in the States. Everywhere else basically apart from Hawaii is cold. So I was like, are you taking me to Hawaii? And he was like, yup, everything is booked. You and I are going on a cute little uncle-niece adventure, and oh, it's just so cool and I'm so excited. It's really important for me to spend lots of time with not only my immediate family but my kind of extended family. I love all of my cousins and my uncles, and family is just really important to me. So yeah, it'll be really, really cool. I'm so excited. If you have any Hawaiian recommendations, let me know. We're gonna be in Waikiki for only a couple days, I think. He really wants to make it more of a non-touristy sort of Hawaiian trip. We're gonna be in Kona, Maui. I'm actually not sure, 100% sure. He's actually booked everything and I don't know anything. Yes, that is happening next month. And then Liam and I are also in the process of planning a very, very big European trip. So we're gonna be in Europe. I think we're gonna push it back a month. I think it's gonna be more like July, August, September. We're still kind of finalizing everything, but we've bought tickets to Zaget Festival in Budapest, so that's gonna be very exciting. There's actually a group of us going. There's a few other couples, some of our really good friends actually, that we're going to be meeting over there. We've all hired an Airbnb in Budapest, and it's like a week-long festival, so that's going to be so much fun. But yeah, we've got like kind of the rest of that trip to plan, but that's also very exciting. And on the way we're going to stop over in the States, so hopefully San Francisco and New York. That's kind of the plan. We've got friends that we can stay with in San Francisco, we've got friends in New York, and we've also got some of Liam's family is in Boston, so we might tiki tour over there as well. Yeah, so it's a very big travel year. I'm very excited for you guys to come along with me on this journey. And I know for a lot of people, travel just feels really like glamorous and expensive, and one of those things that people just straight away think they can't afford and they can't do. I mean, I traveled for 3 months around Europe when I was 18. I saved up 15 grand and I paid for that myself at 18 years old. So it's doable, and I really want to start kind of sharing more practical tips on how to save money for travel, the best way to go about things. We're still looking into getting the Euro pass to get around Europe, so stuff like that I'm going to trial myself and let you guys know all the ins and outs of that sort of stuff, just the more practical stuff behind all the glossy travel content that you do typically see on Instagram. I find that stuff super helpful, and there's not a lot of information about the realities of travel online. So yeah, that's a big focus of mine for this year. Another aspect of my content that I really want to start kind of feeding through is a bit more kind of health and fitness stuff. I've never really touched on that stuff over the last 4 years I've been blogging. It's been 4 years, by the way. I've never really touched on that stuff over the last 4 years I've been blogging. It's been 4 years, by the way. To this month, 4 years ago, I started my blog. It's absolutely crazy. End of last year I started Reformer Pilates, and I love it. I love it so much. It's just one of those things where you just fall in love with something and you just want everyone to know about it. So yeah, I really just kind of want to share that. And I think because when you start doing workout classes, it sort of makes you want to start eating a little bit better. My diet over the last couple months has been shocking, absolutely shocking. So I mean, I don't want to go on a diet. I'm not going to cut out anything. I don't work like that. I feel like this is a whole other video that I need to talk about. I still let myself have treats, but I need to start changing the way I see food. That's a whole other journey, so we can touch on that in another video. But yeah, a bit more health, lifestyle sort of stuff this year, so let me know if you are actually interested in that, or if you're just so not interested at all. And that's pretty much it for me. I think that's everything I wanted to update you guys on. You're all probably back at work now, so I hope that you had like the most amazing summer break and you're feeling refreshed and excited to get stuck into 2019, and that you've got lots of exciting things happening. I'm so grateful for your support, so thank you so much for following me on this journey of life. And I will be back next week with another video. Bye, love you all, have a good weekend.